The Royal Caribbean cruise ship Anthem of the Seas finally limped back into port in New Jersey Wednesday night. Sunday, it was headed to the Bahamas when a major storm hit it with hurricane-force winds and 30-foot waves. The 4,500 passengers aboard were relieved to be back on dry ground.
We've been on the high seas. We were trapped in a room for 17 hours. It's like on a roller coaster you can't get off of and you weren't strapped in. It was horrible. And the captain, let me say something about the captain. He came on every 2 hours and said a couple more hours. He started 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7, and 9. He said, I'm not going to talk anymore. You guys can all go to bed. I don't want to interrupt you with an announcement. And at midnight we had the worst season ever. Nobody came over to comfort us. Nobody.
I'm just glad to be home.
Tell me what happened.
They kept telling us 2 to 3 hours, but the reality of it was a lot worse after it all settled. It was scary, man. I mean, 150 mile an hour winds, 40-foot waves. We didn't think we were going to make it home, to be honest with you.
At least 4 people suffered minor injuries during the storm. Royal Caribbean says the weather was more severe than expected. As the ship was docking, I spoke with Don Champion at the port of Bayonne.
The cruise ship arrived here in Bayonne, New Jersey this evening around 9 o'clock, several days after it got caught in that storm. Take a look behind me. It's hard to tell that this 1,100-foot vessel could get tossed around by a storm, but that's exactly what happened. The ship set sail from here in New Jersey on Saturday, headed to the Bahamas, but got caught in that winter storm that was brewing off of the northeastern coast of the country. As you mentioned, the ship went through more than 100-mile-an-hour winds, 30-foot waves battered the ship. Many of the passengers on board the ship recorded videos as the ship rocked side to side while going through the storm. There was some damage to some of the areas inside the ship, but so far no word on the extent of the other damage to the ship on the outside. The Coast Guard will be here through the night and tomorrow inspecting the ship to make sure it is okay. Now, the Anthem of the Seas is one of the largest cruise ships that's sailing around the world. 4,500 passengers are on board. Many of them stood on the balconies of their rooms as the ship returned to port this evening. Many of them shouting, greeting some of the folks who are here to see the ship return. Just some harrowing stories that many of these people have, Elaine, now that they're back on solid ground.
Wow, yeah, amazing to see the size of that ship. Don Champion, thank you so much.